Have you guys ever heard the phrase "marketers ruin everything"? Gary Vaynerchuk, a great author, a idol of mine, I suppose you could say, wrote a book and he talks about that. He's a marketer, just like I am, and he's kind of right. Every social network and every type of place that everybody puts their content online, if it's successful, everybody else jumps on the pile and all of a sudden it's spammy. Same thing happened to MySpace in a really big way, so it kind of shut down because of that. Facebook, it started happening with, Twitter started happening with, and then so their algorithms kick in, and Facebook has gotten smart. They don't want to be the next MySpace, so they censored our reach and our power considerably. When Facebook was sold from whatever his name is. Anyway, when he sold out, all of a sudden there's shareholders that are worried about money. So those guys decided, okay, let's censor down the reach of all these business pages, the people with money, the people that are going to spend money. The public is not going to spend money on Facebook. Even though they use it all day, every day, it's not worth a dime to the public. So to businesses, it is. So sponsored ads and boosted posts and all this stuff started going on, and they're expensive. So what that did was all of a sudden you and me as consumers, we see less and less ads in our feed. You hardly ever see anything unless it's boosted. And even when it's boosted, you're just like, ad next. So people had to get very creative on how do I get my post in front of the right people without paying an arm and a leg for it. So you'll see posts that are, Facebook is very, very smart. Those programmers are the smartest guys in the world. So they know how to censor our message considerably. You'll notice if there's a link in the actual text of your post, Facebook's going to know you have an agenda. You're trying to point traffic somewhere. You must be a marketer, so they're going to cut your reach down. They're going to censor it to only let 1 or 2% of your followers actually see that. If you share something, you have an agenda. Anything that they know that you're trying to work an angle and you're probably selling a product, they're going to censor you down. That's why people have started to put a link in the first comment. So they'll say, like, say I'm selling something in this video, buy my blah, blah, blah. And I say there's going to be a link in the first comment, click on that one. That way you get around that censorship. So there's a whole lot of tricks like that you need to know and use. So your posts actually get seen by as many eyeballs as possible. If you don't use a picture, if you just use text, it's probably the worst way to make a post, especially if it's long, all caps, whole bunch of emojis. It just looks so spammy that Facebook, their algorithms know better, and they don't want to turn it into just a whole bunch of information overload, spam bullshit that nobody likes. So much more tips and tricks coming up. If you want to get a hold of me personally, ask me about some of these. I'd be glad to talk to you about it. Anyway, hope that helps. Thank you.